2 minutes. I know exactly where this model binds. Hold still.
You said 2 minutes 3 days ago when you offered.
You didn't let me try 3 days ago.
The buckle had been giving her trouble for 3 days. I know this because Commander Taya had mentioned it in passing on Monday, in the way that people mention things they have decided are not worth making a formal issue of. The left chest clasp is sticking again, I'll get to it. And then had not gotten to it because commanders of joint operations units on active survey postings do not typically have time to get to stuck buckles. And the buckle had apparently decided to escalate its position by Monday evening by refusing to release at all during a gear check, which I had witnessed from across the tent, and which Taya had handled with the specific calm of someone very practiced at not showing frustration. I was Sergeant Finn Rourke, equipment technician and field maintenance specialist for Joint Survey Unit 14, which was a mixed human-alien unit assigned to the Outer Continental Survey of the Third Landmass on Vel Prime. Fix things. That was the official description. The unofficial description was, I fix the things that matter before they become the things that go wrong at the worst possible moment. A stuck buckle on the commanding officer's combat armor was, by any reasonable field assessment, a thing that mattered. I can fix that, I said on Wednesday morning, when the buckle made its third appearance in the running list of things that had not been dealt with. Taya looked at me with the particular expression she used when she was evaluating whether someone was being helpful or creating a different kind of problem. It's a stuck clasp, she said. On your primary armor seal, I said. If it fails in the field, you lose pressure integrity on the left side. I've seen that clasp model. The internal mechanism binds on a specific alignment. It takes about 2 minutes if you know where it binds. Do you know where it binds? Yes, I said. She looked at me for another moment, with the expression finishing its evaluation. Then, 2 minutes. She stood in the middle of the tent while I knelt in front of the chest clasp. The rest of the unit was out on morning survey. The monitors on the left wall ran their data feeds. The amber lantern above us did what field lanterns always do. Made everything look slightly more significant than the daytime would. The clasp was, as I had assessed, binding on the lower alignment pin. A manufacturing tolerance issue on this generation of the model that I had encountered twice before. I worked on it with the methodical patience of someone who has learned that impatience with small mechanisms is how small mechanisms become larger problems. How long have you been in field maintenance? Taya asked. 11 years, I said. And before that? Structural engineering. On the lunar platforms. Why the switch? I thought about the question. It was a genuine one. She asked things the way she did everything, with her full attention applied. Because on the lunar platforms, I said. I was maintaining structures. Out here I'm maintaining the things that keep people alive. It's the same work but the stakes are different. You stayed for the stakes. Yes, I said. The pin released at the 2-minute mark as expected. I reset the alignment and tested the clasp 3 times. Release, engage, release, until the mechanism was moving the way it was designed to move. Then I checked the secondary seal, which was fine, and the tertiary anchor point, which had also been beginning to show wear, and addressed it while I was there because it was there and it mattered. When I looked up, Taya was looking down at me with an expression I had not seen her wear before. Not the evaluation expression. Something quieter than that. You checked the secondary, she said. And the tertiary, I said. The anchor point on this model wears in the same direction as the primary clasp alignment. If one goes, the other is usually not far behind. She was quiet for a moment. Then she reached down and took both my hands in hers. Not to stop me from working since I had already finished, but deliberately. The way you take someone's hands when you have something to say that needs a physical anchor. I stayed where I was. Among my people, she said, there is a concept, Vethaler. Means the care that goes further than asked. The attention that goes beyond the specific request to the thing underneath it. She looked at my hands in hers. You checked the secondary and the tertiary. I asked for the primary. The secondary and tertiary needed checking, I said. Yes, she said. But you did not tell me they needed checking. You simply checked them. Because they mattered, and you were already there. That's just field maintenance, I said. No, she said. That is Vethaler. Oz. In my culture, it is the rarest quality we recognize. We have ceremonies for it. We have words for the people who practice it and the people who receive it. I looked at her hands around mine. Blue skin and brown skin in the amber light of the field tent. Outside, the survey team was doing its morning work. The monitors ran their data. The stuck buckle was no longer stuck. What are the words? Yes. He told me. The vowel sounds were not designed for human tongues, but she said them slowly and I approximated them, and by the third attempt she smiled. Not the wide smile she wore in formal settings but a smaller one, more private, the kind that belongs to a specific moment. Close enough, she said. What do they mean? The one who goes further, she said, and the one who is seen. We were quiet for a moment. Which one am I? Said. Today, she said. You are the one who goes further. And you. She looked at me with those warm dark eyes in the amber light. I am the one who sees, she said. For the first time. The survey posting lasted 4 more months. In that time I fixed 17 pieces of equipment, 3 structural issues with the base tent framework, 1 recurring navigation array error that the technical team had been chasing for 6 weeks, and 1 more buckle. A different one on a different officer, which I checked through to the tertiary anchor because that was how I did things now. I also learned 12 words in Vel, not including the 2 she had taught me in the tent. Taya corrected my pronunciation with the patient precision of someone who found the project worthwhile, which was information in itself. On the last evening of the posting, when the unit was packing for transit and the tent was half dismantled around us, she found me cataloging the equipment crates.